Turning now to go overseas to Sudan, which has been embroiled in a power struggle over the past week between rival generals. Heavy fighting between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces has left hundreds of people dead. But this morning, the leader of the RSF said he's agreed to a 72-hour humanitarian ceasefire, which coincides with today's Al-Eid Fitr Muslim holiday. Meanwhile, the State Department's deputy spokesperson has confirmed the death of one U.S. citizen in Sudan, but did not give any further details. NBC News foreign correspondent Josh Lederman joins us now to break it all down. Good morning, Josh. So we actually heard from the rival army general today, but he did not appear to mention the ceasefire, right? What's going on here? Have hostilities actually stopped this morning?
He didn't mention the ceasefire, but he did mention that he is still committed to ultimately returning Sudan to civilian control. And as far as that ceasefire, it doesn't appear to be holding perfectly. We've seen video emerging of the skyline of Khartoum today after the ceasefire began, with black smoke rising from that city. You can hear gunfire and explosions. So it's unclear as we enter about 8 hours of this ceasefire whether violence has at least reduced compared to the way it was before, but certainly it has not held perfectly, which makes it very complicated for those civilians who are really hiding in their homes at this point to know whether it's safe to get out, to try to evacuate, to try to get medical care and all of the supplies that are so badly needed right now, Zinclay.
Yeah, Josh, and for those unfamiliar, remind us why both sides are fighting and what this all means for Sudan's hopes of transitioning ultimately to a civilian-led government.
So these two armed groups, the Sudanese military and the powerful paramilitary known as the Rapid Support Forces, they had both joined together to basically mount a coup and take control of the country of Sudan just a few years ago. Now, they were supposed to be working toward a plan in which civilians would once again control Sudan, and basically this paramilitary would be absorbed into the official military. But those negotiations appear to have totally broke down, and fighting erupting between those two groups in an epic power struggle that is starting to take on signs of a potential civil war, with both of those armed factions saying they will not stop fighting until the other group really surrenders and goes away.
And Josh, Sudanese airspace has been closed, so obviously it makes it hard or nearly impossible for those trying to escape the conflict to easily flee. I also understand the U.S. is deploying more troops to an East African base in case they need to do emergency evacuations of U.S. citizens from Sudan, especially urgent now that one American has been confirmed dead. So what can you tell us about this plan?
Yeah, well, in fact, that we are hearing reports from a spokesman from the military just this morning that while they say they control the airport, that there are snipers on the roofs of buildings all around the airport. So you can understand how complicated it is to try to evacuate people now. That is why the U.S. is moving troops, additional troops, to a U.S. military base in Camp Lemonnier in nearby Djibouti to do a potential evacuation of the U.S. Embassy and even potentially some of the roughly 16,000 American citizens who are believed to be in the country. As you mentioned, we now have confirmation a U.S. citizen has died. The State Department saying they are in touch with the family of that individual, not releasing any additional information. But it is a very, very difficult and dangerous mission to try to get Americans out, which is why the U.S. and other countries so far have not begun an actual evacuation attempt.
Yeah, important reporting on the ongoing strife in Sudan. Josh Lederman, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.